You and I have devices pretty much anywhere that we go these days. And they have so many cool apps on them, but they can also be so distracting. So instead of letting them distract us from practicing guitar, what if we used them to actually get a lot better at guitar? Now, I've been using music apps for a long time, and there are 5 I want to talk about that I think are really cool, really powerful, and really helpful, and none of them are Ultimate Guitar. So let's dive in and see what they actually do. Now, first, before we get to the actual apps, I just changed from a huge tablet to a small tablet, and it is so much better. I highly recommend getting a small tablet like this. It's the Aldo Cube. It works great for music. You can plug things into it. I use it now to get my guitar graphics with the Jamstik, to plan videos, and it fits in my guitar case so easily. I love that it's handheld. Let's look at the actual apps. Now, the first one I'm loving is called ChordBot, and this is a loop machine not just for drums, but for any instruments. You can insert any chord in the world, any variation of the chord duration for the chord, and what instruments you want during the chord. So for this A flat minor 6, I've got drums and piano going. I can change the volume of the piano or add, this is where I want the bass to come in, and it's really, really helpful. But you have to understand now, you can create intricate backing tracks and export them as WAV files or MIDI files. So all of a sudden, you can create set lists, you can live stream, you can make videos for social media using these backing tracks. There's also something on here called Song-O-Matic, which you can pick a style and then it's going to build a song for you. It just kind of randomizes it, but it sounds good. And so if you run out of ideas, not anymore. The second one here is like 40 million different tools in one. And I should mention, not endorsed by them, I just think it's really cool. It's called SmartChord. It's completely free. You can add or remove tools that you want from the home screen, but it helps you understand chords. It helps you see chord names. You can build different chord progressions as well. You can make backing tracks. You have a metronome. You can see different scale layouts, the circle of fifths. I mean, everything theory-wise is in this app. And what I really like about it is it's kind of got its own home screen and then apps within this app. Now, there are some paid tools. Again, I'm not endorsed. I don't get a cent from these people, but they're really cheap. They're like anywhere from $1 to $5. If you want some advanced features, you don't need them for free. It's already wildly helpful if you want some help visualizing theory. Let's talk about Moises. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're pretty heavy on their advertising, but wow, is it so cool. This is full song manipulation. Now, I buy and download my songs, so let's test this out. I'm going to add a song that I already have. Let's do something by Steve Vai so that we've got a lot of music in there. We can pick which instruments we want to separate. We'll say submit. It's uploading. It's doing its job. Now it's in here. We get the key and the beats per minute, which is already cool. But if we tap on it, we have every single part of the song separated. So here's what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to remove everything except the guitar parts. Then I'm going to jump forward to where we've actually got guitar, and I'll even slow the metronome down. So the original is 133. Let me slow it down to maybe 87, and then let's give it a listen. Super helpful for learning. Now, let's say I want to actually play a song in live stream. I'd do the complete opposite. I'd remove everything except the guitar, and you can essentially turn any song that you own into a backing track. If it's not the key that you want, that's not a problem either. We'll bring this up to a normal speed and listen. I'm going to change the key here, maybe up to A. Very, very cool. So total key manipulation, total tempo manipulation, total track manipulation, all within one app. Then you can save songs the way you've edited them, make your own set list. so that you can then perform all these new backing tracks at the tempo and key that you want. Absolutely wild. Well done to them. There's a free version, which is super cool. There's 2 tiers of the paid version. Again, I don't make a cent, but that's crazy cool. Okay, really simple is the chord analyzer. Now this is like what Smart Chord does, but if you don't want a million theory apps and you just want to see your chord, this is it. And it also does it for piano. So you can tap on your instrument and say you just played a really beautiful chord and you have no idea what it is. Lovely. Well, now you can see, okay, I know exactly what it is. I see 100 different ways to play it on the neck of the guitar, and I really like that chord, so I'm going to go ahead and save it for future use. Now, we want to save it. Guess what? It's $5. But I've saved chords in this app and gone back to them and used them. In fact, the E that I just wrote out, one of my favorite E's, and I only memorize it because when I found it, I saved it in this app. Would I pay $5 for that one chord? 1,000,000%. Would I pay $5 to save 100 chords? In a heartbeat. Finally, if you want to write tabs, Guitar Pro is the way to do it. Super simple to change a string, put notes on those strings. This is the quickest way I've found to write guitar tabs on a phone, to save them, to export them. If you already use Guitar Pro, you can open all of those tabs on your device, listen to them, play them back. Really handy tab reader and writer. It's simple, but man, it does what it does best. Now, if you're anything like me, you're going to go out, you're going to download these, you're going to forget about them, never use them. In a year, look at them and go, I don't need that. I need the space on my device, and delete them. So, how do we best utilize these apps to really get the most out of our guitar practice? I would say for some of your guitar practices, not all of them, sit down, look at this list, and open up one of these apps and purposefully use it, explore it, utilize it to help your playing. I don't want you to freeze because of all the choices, so for a practice session, just stick with one of them. Next practice session, 2 practice sessions later, you can open up another one and utilize that one. But these are the 5 that I've found I will actually keep, use. They're super helpful. They're my 5 favorites. And again, having them on a small tablet is like the coolest thing in the world right now. I'm super into the small form factor. So every app and the tablet is down in the description. Highly recommend them. And that's from someone who doesn't even love tech. I have a dumb phone, but I love those apps.